Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. Rachel LaForce, just really rocking this postpartum cowlick here. Um, I'm a comedian, I'm a creative producer, and today I'm a gifted intuitive, and I want to offer you an intuitive message. Maybe it's mostly for me, but guess what? That means if it's relevant for me, it probably will be relevant for you too. All right. And I'm talking about Bono when I say that. Okay, you too. No, but you as well. All right. When you are building something, when you are choosing to live this as I define it, learning to live in your highest, it's learning. And that means that it's not all going to work out and it's not all going to be exactly as you thought it was going to, or all of these things that we keep wanting to be like, but excuse me, but excuse me, right? And we end up being the person who's staying at like the all-inclusive, this like beautiful resort, and we're the person who's always like, can I talk to the manager? Right? Those people, it's like, this is not enough for you. Mints on the pillow, not enough for you, huh? Take a hike. And that's what we do to the universe. We ask for these things and we ask for these visions, we ask for these big dreams, and now we see it and we know what it is, and we're going, okay, but this part seems like hard. This part seems hard and I'm not here for it, right? Or all these, well, I did this thing once and a million people didn't show up, so you got to give me something else. And that's what we do. Rather than slowing down and knowing that we're going to have to do this piece by piece, piece by piece. And so stick with the gift that you've been given. Stay in it. That's like the human part of us where it's like we get in our own way because we have something for a day and then we're like, well, whatever. I can just order another one on Amazon and have it here right away. Or like whatever the thing is that we're always like more, more, more. It needs to be this. It needs to be that. No, we need to slow down and have a seat. Okay. That's what we need to do. And so that's, so much of our own frustration or dis-ease, discomfort, all of that, it's just from us. Because we live in a society now that has taught us everybody else has what you want. It's worked out for everybody else but you big dumb idiot. And we have allowed ourselves to believe that if we get this thing, then we're going to feel better. Oh, if only I had more red light therapy, then I would be better. Oh, if only I was 10 pounds thinner, then it would be better. Oh, if I had, if I made $100,000 a year, then it would be better. All of these things. And that's not true. Learning to live in your highest expression is learning to be where you're at. It's ever evolving. And so, honestly, the number one way to create almost instant happiness is to pull yourself into the present moment, even if that present moment is brutal, because it's reminding you, oh, life is happening now, good, bad, ugly. And the more that it's like, be here now, and I can sink into it, I'm not projecting this thing into the future that, oh, I have to have, or, oh, somebody else has it. And, oh, like, enough. Because the real question I ask you is like, do you want to be fulfilled or not? Do you? Do you want to be fulfilled or not? And if the answer is yes, and you want to have this sense of fulfillment, then great. Then that's what it is. And that's where it is, right? That if you want to have this place of fulfillment, then we have to do the work that makes us feel fulfilled. And it's not Amazon orders, and it's not following the right people who are going to go, comment link and I'll DM it to you. And then you order it and you're like, well, it doesn't look the same way it did on me that it does on her. Guess I'm not happy anymore. And so it's all of these things that we're seeking, all of this dopamine and all of this stuff all of the time. And it's like all of us would travel at all these places to try to figure it out. And we sign up for all these retreats and all this stuff. It's like, how did you find happiness? Right. And all these things. And we're just unwilling to just sit. And in fact, the more that we can alchemize, that we can neutralize this idea of a good feeling or a bad feeling, that's really where that fun comes in, right? because the feeling, the season, what's happening, the disappointment, the failure is not forever. So that's where it's like, feel your way through it, let it process itself through your body, accept it, and then we keep going. But again, that's where we keep going up. Excuse me, can I talk? I need to talk to the manager. Yeah, there was too many people in the pool, or whatever it is. So what do you need to do for yourself right now to let some of that go? And what do you need to do to stop needing to talk to the manager? And what do you need to do to be able to sit with yourself and know that these big things that you're calling in, all of the stuff that you want is on its way, but you are getting in the way by making that happen any faster. Oh, well, this didn't work. Or I didn't like this. Or, oh, I didn't. Just get out of your own way. If you know that this is the next step, take that next step. And then you know that this is the next step, take that one, and one foot in front of the other. And how can you become a participant and also an audience to your life, to yourself? How can you acknowledge for yourself the hard work that you're doing? How can you acknowledge, hell yeah, man, 2 years ago, we couldn't have sat in that discomfort. And now, rather than making a meal out of it and it's full 2 weeks and it becomes a story and we got to go tell everybody else about how our car broke down. It was this big thing. Yeah, car broke down, sucked. All right, now I had to dig into my savings. That sucks. All right. But you save that energy by just letting it be a thing that happened. And then you're staying open to like, oh, whoa, so-and-so emailed me. Oh, great. There's another, extra however much money. And then you're able to jump on, oh, great, cool. That paid off that. Now I just replenished back into my savings what I would have lost. But when you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off and you've got to tell everybody and you've got to sit in and, oh, this only happens to me. And then we go into that victim mentality and doing all this stuff. That's different than feeling your feelings and feeling frustrated. Right? And we are all welcome to that. This only happens to me. This is frustrating. I know it. I've been there. Okay. But the more that we get comfortable in sitting in it and being in that place, the more that it can go from 2 weeks to 2 hours to a day or whatever. And then that way you can stay open. So that's just really what I want to leave you with for those of us that are bringing in these really big things and feeling super far from it. It's like, well, yeah, you are far from it. Accept that. Accept it. It's far away. It's not here. So what, you're going to be frustrated? Like, what's here today? Probably all the things that you've been working towards. So maybe you can just enjoy that for 5 minutes. This work isn't easy. That's why a lot of people choose to not do it. But the life that you want, the life that you crave, the life you can't stop thinking about, the things that you love and want most, those are real and they're available to you. We just have to do the work to bring those things in. That's what doing the work is. That is the gift of doing the work, is receiving the life that we want, is receiving living in our highest. It's receiving more energy. It's being able to help people with our lessons learned. All right. So keep evolving, keep marching forward. I know this has been a really kind of tough, energetic overall time, but we're really coming out to the other side and we've got a lot of big work to do. And so it's like anchor in, find your support system. If you got to veg out a couple hours a day or, whatever you got to do to just at least keep that ball, like go easy on yourself. You know the difference between not showing up and coddling yourself a little bit. And there is a difference and it's a thin line. And sometimes you got to have to go, that was hard. That was really effing hard. I would like a treat and I would like to sit down, please. And that's okay. We keep showing up. We keep moving the dial forward. All right. You got this. I trust that this was helpful. I love you so very much. You have no idea how much I believe in you. And I cannot wait to see all of the beautiful, wonderful things that you create and bring into the world. All right. Tune out, tune in. Love you, mean it.